Alright guys, so in this episode I'm going to be doing the Awakening of Lahn. So for those of you that watched last episode, you'll remember that I claimed the first quest and I'm currently on the way to find the source of unease. So this episode I'm just going to focus on gameplay. I'm going to get the Lahn Awakening and I'm going to kind of give my thoughts on it. Sort of like a first impressions, but through Let's Play, not an official first impressions video. Alright, stop sprinting here. When you sprint, you don't run right. You don't move up. Lahn's Awakening, I mean, we know what it is, right? We saw it in Korea. It's pretty cool. The Crimson Glaives. But experiencing it for ourselves is a little different. Alright, so clearly it's something on top of the Elric Monastery, which is a pretty dark place, both for grinding and in general. Stairs should be over here. Yeah. Always on so much stairs as they are. Oh, because there's no on here. I'm shocked. Kill this over for her. Alrighty, so use the Watcher's Journal. Do I have it in my inventory? There it is. Oh, here it comes. I probably shouldn't have put my horse so close. This was probably a bad idea. Well, we live and learn, you know? We live and we learn. Did it literally spawn on my horse? Oi, oi. Get off my horse. They just started trying to murder my horse. Alright, now I think I've got to go back to the dude I talked to before. Yeah. Back to the Omar Lava Cave. We'll just ride through here. I can fix my horse up at a stable afterwards. Oi. Stop using caution. Alright, I've got to talk to you, don't I? Now that I'm finally up here. Ah, didn't even give me a an energy. I'm 1 energy away from being able to roll the Night Vendor 7 times at max energy for this event. So I figure I might as well get that last piece of energy. Wait. Stupid caution. If only I could give my horse my Lahn's power to like jump through the air. But I need a Pegasus for that, and I do not have the money to get a Pegasus. Just another example of something that hackers can do better than us. Alright, I'm not going to talk about hackers this episode, no worries. Yeah, so Lahn, her Awakening quest is fairly boring so far. Go here, kill a giant, come back. Strikers was, it was boring at first, but the Echo Spirit was actually pretty cool. You go behind a waterfall, you find the Echo Spirit. It's, it was cool. I liked the Strikers. Am I stuck on this goal? Clearly Black Desert horses are not Skyrim horses, as they are nowhere near as good at climbing mountains. Skyrim horses and Roach, man, those things can climb anything. We should be almost there. Yeah, here we go. Alrighty. Seem to have gone through some kind of transformation, eh? Out of this world has died and was headed back to Purgatory. The just will always go on to... Are you saying that that creature was the good creature and I'm the bad person? Are Lahn's the bad guy? Like, are we the baddies? I'm not gonna say bonus points to anyone that knows what that's a reference to, because Mitchell and Webb is pretty popular. Very funny skit though. Are we the baddies? I watch Mitchell and Webb every couple months. That one, and there's a few others that are really good. I think my favorite is probably one of their lesser known ones. It's Discoverers. It's all about who's the captain. And it just makes me laugh. It's such a simple premise, but it's it's ridiculous. Plus you've got Number Wang, but Number Wang is it's more of an acquired taste. And you gotta watch quite a few episodes to really get it. And you still won't get it. But that's Number Wang for you. Alright, if my horse could stop getting stuck on like tiny rocks in the middle of nowhere. Screw Medea, man. Tiny rocks in the middle of nowhere. Not as bad as Valencia, or my horse can't even like ride, but at least it's better than getting stuck on tiny rocks in the middle of nowhere. So I need to be up top up there. Question is how to get up there. Now I'll just follow the path they want me to follow then. Wait, get in my way. I should buy my horse a carrot. Reward it with a carrot. Oh, someone just failed a tet. Poor dude. Got all these lawns. Oh, so they're finally using this cave for something. I discovered this cave many, many months ago, back when I first started grinding around Elric's. Spent a while exploring it. But there's not much to do here. Like, it's just a tiny cave, right? Not even very many nodes, like, to mine it or anything. Which you'd think there would be, right? Like, it's a cave. Remember the days you would kill any phone? So I think Lahn's the bad guy, if I'm being honest here. I fled my home in the east and came to the continent to devote myself to training and to forget my days of suffering. Then one day, young Rung Hung, who was so sure was dead, came to me and asked to follow him for a great cause. I wanted to find a pair of glaives to help illuminate the path we should take. I let my spiritual powers guide me and find the crimson glaives. And when I touched them with my hands, a strange energy entered my body. My body did not feel as if it was my own. It was encased in something, and mysterious pain gave me a throbbing headache with a double space. In fact, all of this was a scheme devised by the traitor from my homeland who led me to leave in the first place. The traitor disguised himself as Young. The traitor thought that he could easily get rid of me after I awakened the glaives. However, my spiritual powers and the curse of the glaives started to reach to each other. I had obtained the power of destruction. At that moment, I let myself go and became consumed. I did not want to go through any more suffering. I started to understand this world as it truly is. However, regret and fury also started to rise inside of me, wondering why I was acting this way. I slashed at the traitor, but as if he anticipated my actions, when I thought he was finally defeated, he took out a pitch-black stone. He swallowed it and harnessed its powers. However, he couldn't handle the power of the black stone and became grotesque. Yes, the same grotesque mutant I fought in the bandit cave. Stepping on the cold carcass of the traitor, I stood in front of the crimson glaives. Only the wicked could conceal them and use their destructive powers. So yeah, we are the wicked. Recognized me as their masters and allowed me to wield them. I do not remember much from that period of my life, but there's one thing I do remember. For the first time in my life, I felt like no one could stop me. Once you hold me in your hands, you will not be able to suppress your true nature. Forget any uncertainty about yourself. I can see it in your eyes, reflected on the blade, that you want me. Think of all the people who wronged you. Recall all those innocents who've died. Do not forget that there is evil within us all. Oh, my poor master, I will bring forth your true power, and you will be reborn with the power to annihilate all of those in your way. Sadly, with all your memories fragmented, you are unable to use me. You must bring forth the fury within you. Do as I tell you, and you'll be able to harness my dark powers. Alright, so we've got to kill ancient weapons. Gotta kill skeletons at the soldier's grave, and does that mean I've got to kill golems? No, golems are now mains. Sweet. Alrighty, well we'll start off with mains as they're the first one on the way. Actually, we'll start off by going to my horse. Yeah, so seems like the Lahn's quest is fairly straightforward. Why are you running that way? It turns out we are evil, I suppose. I'm not sure if we were evil before the traitor, but she did say that she would kill anyone in her way. And I'm not sure if she was talking before she got the Crimson Glaives or after. So it could very well be that the Lahn's always been evil, or it could be that the Crimson Glaives bring out the evil hiding in everyone, sort of hiding within the soul, and that the Lahn was never actually evil and only became a sort of product of her homeland? I don't know. I think she shares the same homeland as the ninja and the Musa and the Mewa. Really? It's a tiny fence. Which is the eastern homeland. The striker and the mystic are from the west, as I believe are the witch and the wizard. But the ninja is from the far east. The Musa and the Mewa are from the east. I think the ninja's from like the Black Desert version of Japan, whereas Musa and Mewa are actually from the Korean equivalent. But we don't know too much about the east of Black Desert, so east of the Black Desert. We only really know what the game's told us, and the game's lore is very fragmented and difficult to kind of pursue. Alright, so let's put my horse back in the road. And then we'll kill some mains. And look, delivery. Gotta defeat 50 of them. Well, it's better than defeating golems, well, as I can tell you that. I really wish we could always color certain things in orange. It really makes them stand out better against the minimap. I'm not sure if there's like a way to do that, or if it's not something that's possible, but who knows. So 50 mains, this shouldn't take too long. Point stipple, blooming nether flowers, salt ori purge. Oh, and it's already dead. Don't even need to use the next attacks. The Lahn, she really likes to jump like super high, I'll be honest. Like you jump with the Lahn and then do an attack, and she like jumps again in midair. Kind of similar to the ninja in the Kunoichi's double jump. On the plus side, the Lahn seal event seems to be pretty easy to get seals. Let's see, we ground for about 30-35 minutes today. And how many seals do I have? 30, okay. So, looks like pretty decent drop rate. You do need 50 for a single scroll though, which is quite a lot. But hopefully this allows us to get more scroll written ancient language to get memory fragments. I really wish I could just turn them in for memory fragments automatically. I don't know why I can turn them in for black stones automatically, but if I want memory fragments, I've got to suffer. But that's the game design of Black Desert, I suppose. Suffer more. Please buy our artisan's memories. But yeah, so lore in Black Desert, kind of difficult to understand if I'm being honest. Not very many good avenues to go through. Like, understanding the first part of the story is not hard. Essentially, you have lost your memories. When you awaken, you start to regain them. And the Black Spirit, you were fighting, and the Black Spirit, I'm not sure if it saved you or something. It's been a while since I watched that intro. But Black Spirit teaches you how to move again. And you start to try and regain your memories. You go through a few different regions, you really start to understand the story once you hit the Serendia region, once you hit Heidel. And in Heidel, what's going on is Heidel, or the Serendia region itself, used to be the Serendia Kingdom. But they lost a war to Calphion, and are thus now subject to the rule of Calphion, the Calphion Kingdom. And you've got, obviously, there's discontented factions at work in Serendia that would like to depose the king of Calphion and return Serendia to its glorious former glory? I don't know. But yeah, it's fairly simple up to there. Then you start to get more weird stuff, like you get the shadow assassins that are using the Chancellor who you talk to. You get a bunch of other random stuff. You deal with various battlefield stuff like the Sonal battlefield, and you see that Calphion itself isn't all as peaceful as it seems. And then the story just gets more and more fragmented from there, honestly. Like, it's not a great story. It's easy to follow along at first, but it becomes more and more jumbled, more and more gets added in. It's almost like, I would kind of liken it to reading a fan fiction, where they just kept thinking of more and more cool ideas they could put in. Like, oh, what if you've lost your memory, but you can regain it? Or what if you could do this or that? And they just keep adding more and more. So this is where I actually want to grind right now, the Soldier's Grave. As the Soldier's Grave is one of the best spots for skill points in the game. Oh, I found a vicious dude. Oh. I never killed one of these. I don't really grind at Soldier's Grave very much. So I don't have knowledge of a lot of these guys. It doesn't help that I literally just removed a bunch of my... Alright, frenzied skeletons have been killed. Literally just removed a bunch of my skill points from a bunch of my stuff. Alright, stop. Would you stop, seriously? How powerful is this guy? Do I have to run? I think I have to run. I don't want to die. I've got to... I'm trying to remember what my... Alright, let's get out of here. We'll come back once I've got my awakening and a few more skill points and stuff. And also, let's use a storage maid to grab some potions. Why? Really? Are you attacking my horse? There we go. Alrighty. Place those. Toss those. Alright. It always amazes me how heavy potions are. And it's just it's an obvious way just to earn extra money from selling weight. But, as always, what can you do with it? No, I don't want to forfeit the quest. You just gotta kind of accept it, because there's no other way to get a ton of potions. All these items being registered. I really feel they should lower the price of blue items and make them double the amount memory fragments work on them, as well as increase how well artisans' memories work on them. And make blue items drops. Like, seriously? There's no reason blue items should not be drops. Like, I don't mean necessarily like bundles like you get from world bosses, but if I could, you know, farm a certain area and find the blue version of Crescent Blades or the blue Lahn Awakening, you would see so many people in that area right now. And that way we could sell more blue items. Blue items would be much lower in price, and they'd be a much more viable alternative to Dandelion, Zarka, and Offentet. Speaking of Offentet, they really need to add his weapon to the Night Vendor. It's stupid that it hasn't been added. Night Vendor is one of the main ways you're supposed to be able to earn boss gear in Black Desert, and yet they take so long to add most of the boss gear to it. I only saw Urgons for the first time like a week ago. Didn't even buy it because it was like 300 million silver, which was a little pricey for what I was willing to spend. So luckily, my Lahn's pretty powerful relative to most of my other characters when I awaken them. So Hazra isn't that bad. Soldier's Grave, one of its main problems is because you can't really see your enemies. Because they kind of appear from under the ground. It really kind of feels like you're getting messed up by way more people than you initially expected. Wait, die. There you go. And Soldier's Grave, they're also very powerful monsters. Like, the soldiers at Soldier's Grave are much stronger than most of the monsters in Medea. Unfortunately. Which is a shame, because it's a very nice place, right? Like, obviously it's an ancient battleground, so nice objective. But it reminds me a lot of Hex, the Hex Sanctuary, which is one of the nicest looking places in Black Desert, in my opinion. Still don't have any knowledge of most of these things, so I have no idea how long it takes to kill them. Oh, there's knowledge of Camel A. Oh, Camel. I got A rank knowledge for it. So now I can see what I'm doing to kill those. Might as well spend my last 5 minutes here. Then I have to go back and deliver the quest, I think, to... So Camel seems to be the most common of the ancient weapons in Hazra. It's almost a shame that this isn't a decent place to grind for money. Like, Hazra isn't bad to grind for money, but because of the lacking pack density, it's not going to earn you as much as most other places are. I want to say it's pretty decent for finding weapons, though. Ancient weapons, like the Hazra stuff. It drops green gear, I think, at an increased rate. I'd have to check, though. It's not generally a place most people grind. Experience isn't too good. Skill points are better literally 500 meters to the west over at the Soldier's Grave. Oh, so I think I have knowledge of Kamal now as well. So Camel and Kamal. Still nothing for Baruko. Or, what's that other one? The one that kind of lies here yet. No, that's Baruko. Is it this one? Oh, there's even guard towers here. How quaint. Alright, well that should be good enough. Well actually, let's explore. I've never been here before. Like... Alright, this guy's clearly a bit more powerful than... his predecessors were. But still nothing too challenging in the end. Oh, and here's Kukuri. So I wonder what the naming convention for these are, because it seems almost Polynesian. Kukuri, Kukri. Sort of like a Southeast Asian type thing. But clearly it's not like Vietnamese or Thai or anything. I wonder what these things are named after. Alright, so we're steadily getting deeper. Alright, there's 2 paths. Well, let's see what's over here first. Huh, water. That, I don't like water. On what does it? It'd be really nice if I could get some more knowledge of these things soon. Yeah, I've never explored here. So I mean, like Black Desert, it's a very beautiful game. Like there's a lot of stuff to explore. So I don't really mind exploring. Oh, what's attacking me? Something just hit me from behind. Is it these things? Not sure. Alright, Lahn, show me your power. Sweet. So there's a cave system here. So this looks like an alternate entrance. I think I've been here before, actually. I think this is actually how I went in a different time to do my grinding. Alright, seriously, get him out, I guess. Ruins stoneback crab. I still don't have knowledge of stoneback crabs. There's just not enough of them. Tanky bastards. Alrighty, see if I can do that again. God, I love Lahn sometimes. Kill Baruko. Hopefully we get knowledge of Baruko fairly soon. Alright, so this is... oh, I want Baruko again. Lahn, she's a lot of fun. Like, I do not regret playing Lahn at all. Oh, look at all these. Wow. Feels like that scene in The Incredibles, like the first one, when he's going through the hallway and all those black balls are shooting. I wonder if that was a metaphor now that I think about it. It is a Pixar movie. The Baruko. Keep killing Barukos until we get knowledge of them. I've got a bird out too, so I mean, I've got a decent extra chance to get knowledge. Kukuri, I really hope I get knowledge of him soon, because I don't fight very many of him. There's a few more now that I'm getting a bit deeper in. But it's not like we're gaining absolute tons of... it's not like we're fighting absolute tons of Kukuri to give me a lot of chances to earn his knowledge. It is interesting that Hazra is a little easier to do than Soldier's Grave. It really puts in perspective how difficult Soldier's Grave is compared to the rest of Medea. Camel. At least I can see Camel's health. And Kamal's. Hey, Kamal. Come on, Kamal. See, both this and Soldier's Grave have the sort of we're gonna surprise you with by randomly popping up feature of monsters, which is it's a lot of problem for newer players that are trying to come here, because they think that they can take on, you know, maybe one or two at a time, which they can, and then all of a sudden they're surrounded by you know, 10 different monsters. Like, look at all these that have appeared. It's there's another of those sort of centurions. They look like a dwarven centurion from the Elder Scrolls series. Bolton, I'd really like to get knowledge of him ASAP. I was hopeful for a second I came up with something, but it was just picking up Alon's seal. So there's a few things in these ruins I still don't have knowledge of. There's the little dudes that kind of lie on the floor. The Bakurus or whatever they're called. There's the patrolling sentries, the Kukuris. And then there's the big centurion dudes, the Boltons. Well, at least they seem to drop a Lahn seal pretty consistently. Alright, so I figure I should probably finish exploring this place and then get out. So I came in over there. Especially these Boltons, they appear out of nowhere, man. Let's go over here. Really nice if they'd all give me some knowledge of them soon, but you know. We're getting pretty deep into Hazra. Like, what am I gonna find here? Probably nothing, but I mean. Maybe there's like a secret passage at the back. Who knows? Would you just die, seriously? And give me knowledge. Die and give me knowledge. Alright, well you died, but I don't see any knowledge. We'll go this way. Seriously, I have no idea where I'm going. This place is huge. Really? Literally just stuck between a rock and a hard place. Is there even an exit over here? I don't see one. Oh, wait. No, I don't see one. Alright, so I should probably see if I can get out of here. Looks like there might be a door over here. That looks like it should be a door. But at the same time, it's not a door. So these things have very big bodies compared to their size on screen. That also looks like it should be a door. Like, why are there two things that look like they should be doors? This one's the more promising of the two. Maybe if I kill the guard tower, it'll open. Nope. All right, let's make our escape. Interesting enough, we came from the right, but going left seems to be the way they want us to take to escape. It is a little interesting. I'm sure I'll come back at another time. Huh. Someone else on the minimap. Just get out of my way, guys, really. Tiny pair of camels like you. You too, Kukuri. You need to die as well. Just these things block doorways like nothing else. This one? Yeah. Almost looks like a side passage. Alright, well, I think we're getting closer to our horse. I don't know what that means. Yep, here we go. Alright, we made it out. It's an interesting ruin. I don't think I want to go back there for grinding, though. Seems pretty boring. Alright, so I've got to go back and visit my Crimson Glaives. And then I guess I will have my Crimson Glaives. I wanted to see what the pre-order for Dandelions are right now. $900 million. Oh, they're below $1 billion. Woohoo! Except for +7, which is 1.2 bill. Whoever got these recent try ones is super lucky. 550 mil. They paid less than half what someone did for a +7 for a try. And let's check out what Zarkas are selling for. About 170 million for +7s and stuff. Interesting, because I think the most recent Crescent Pendulum went through pre-order, right? Yeah, it should have gone through pre-order. But it's not showing a pre-order price, so... The Zarka has dropped in price for pre-order. It's much more reasonable now. Even Pry only 600 mil. Tat pre-ordered for 2.5 bill, which is pretty insane, but I mean, what can you do, right? Alright, so let's just hurry this up a bit by sprinting. Gotta awaken the Lahn. We've been waiting a long time for this. Seriously, you guys are lucky. I have been holding off on the Lahn puns. I've been holding off really hard, just because I don't want to subject you guys to all these Lahn puns. But I could totally continue. Alright, we're almost here. Pass through the creepy Elric dudes. And we're back in the cave. And there's another Lahn. Alrighty, talk to the Crimson Glaives. You seem to have learned to enjoy the sound of despair caused by destruction. Your merciless will... I feel that's supposed to be mercilessness. Or... Your mercilessness will inspire everyone to the path of destruction. Do not forget, death means eternal rest. Carve that deeply into your mind. By killing those skeletons, you have blessed them with an everlasting peace. Did you see the sorrowful creatures who cannot enjoy the exaltation of pain? The best gift you can offer to all those who can feel pain is pain. Jeez, she is, wow. Lahn is an edgelord. Alrighty. Awaken your true self and let me see what you can do. So I guess I've got to... After using Blade Dance? So that's a skill point. And I think that's the skill itself. Alright, Scarlet Sword Dance, RMB, into C, into SLMB. I had to learn the skill first? Is that what's happening here? And do I know Earthly Pain? Do I need Blood Moon Twist? Alrighty, so. But Scarlet Sword Dance is, like, what? Scarlet Sword Dance is an awakening thing, right? Huh. Weird. Your Wings of Destruction. Alright, so it looks like Man, this is cool as hell, man. Like, alright, what is her E? Where is it? F E. Right. Yeah, no way I'm not getting that. That is the super long range grab. I'll edit the UI. 1 second. I think I have enough to get at least all my first skills. LMB after taunting death, LMB during 30 hit Furor. Alright, so Tailspin is Shift RMB. That would have been Shift LMB, which is Furor. Hold LMB for continuous attack. And it can be used off cooldown too, nice, okay. As can Tailspin, nice. What about Deadly Dance? Okay, so that's pretty similar to Dark Knight's Twilight Dash. That's her RMB. What's it called? Flailing Blades. That's forward RMB. Can that be held? Oh no, can't be used off cooldown either. So this is her auto attack. So it seems you can just kind of hold it for a little while, but not too long. Earthly Pain is down LMB. And it can be used off cooldown. So it seems the only one that can't be used off cooldown is this. And that's what? Flailing Blades? No. Taunting Death. Finally, I've got movement abilities. So that can only be used on cooldown, but Bloody Stride is a very short cooldown. And it doesn't cost anything other than stamina. Does it do anything else? HP recovery plus 250 and super armor, not bad. And it can be used with Crescent Pendulum. Can I still use Celpuri Purge, I wonder? Do I have to... Maybe I've got to put it on a hot power? I can, it's just... My settings apparently don't have my keybinds saved for Lahn. Quick slot hotkeys. Quick slot 9. There we go. And then you can switch right into glaives. So, is there any way to transfer from glaives into... Oh, okay. Wow, okay. That's nice and easy, actually. So if you just use forward shift, you transfer immediately into glaives from your crescent pendulum. That's pretty convenient. Same with, so any of your directional skills will take you from crescent pendulum back to your crimson glaives. That is pretty important to know, I think. Alright, 64 points to go. Let's go with Bridal Despair. Okay, so you can use Bridal Despair immediately after. You can flow into it out of the one that goes for Deadly Dance. I want to say Flowing Wind Orchid? Yeah, Wind Orchid. So if you're like this, yeah, as soon as Wind Orchid's been used, you can do that. Okay, not bad. So actually, if I lock Wind Orchid, because I don't think Wind Orchid's super required, does that mean I can just instantly transition into it? Yeah, it does. Okay. Alright, and that makes it a fairly smooth transition, actually. Alrighty, nice. Now that I've got Lahn, now she's awakened. Alright, any other cool tricks I can get in her awakening form? Absolute Moon Dance. Moon Slash, I wouldn't mind getting the absolute version of, but not with how few skill points that I have, because I'm going to hit 57 pretty soon. I'll grab Blood Moon Twist and Eradication as the last one. So Eradication, fairly simple skill. Literally just jump forward and slam your Crimson Glaives into the ground. Okay, that's pretty cool. And after you can use that after the third hit of Tailspin. Oh, RMB during the second hit of Tailspin. Which is Shift plus RMB. Okay, and then it instantly. So I think if you just hold Shift, yeah, you don't even need to let go of Shift. You can just do that. What was the other move I just unlocked? Down RMB. Yeah, so you can get into Bridal Despair with a lot of stuff, actually. Alright, so Lahn's, that's Lahn's Awakening. Well, might as well cut the video short in a second. But alright, let's see what her buff gives her. So a bunch of floating resistance, ton of resistances, 20% attack speed, and 30% movement speed is what her buff gives her. Super armor, won't consume stamina for a lot of her abilities. Okay. Okay, this is actually hilarious. And then it ends and you start consuming stamina again. Alrighty, my Lahn is now much more mobile. Thank God. Lahn's mobility was actually a bit of a problem for me. I wasn't a huge fan of it. But much, much better now. Anyways, I'm going to kill an Elric for you guys. Actually, let's kill a Golem. There's one over here, right? Now we'll kill some Orcs. Huh. A bit less than I'd like. Oh, damage is pretty good. Wait, die. So I wonder what the damage is good in. So I'll shift LMB. Shift RMB, shift LMB, down RMB, down LMB. Space, not great. Down RMB's got pretty good damage. Most likely because it's a single skill point skill. And single skill point skills usually perform better early on, and then a little worse later. Shift RMB definitely seems like her main tailspin. Definitely seems like her main damage for now. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed this video on the Lahn's Awakening. Tune in next time, I suppose. Not sure what the topic will be. Suggest one in the comments if you've got a good topic for these Let's Plays. I think I'll spend the next one, actually, instead of grinding, I'll spend it exploring. If you can think of a good place to explore, let me know. If you can think of a good topic, let me know. Anyways, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.